5 minutes and then I forget about it. Alright, that looks good. I mean, they both look like they have the bit rates going. Hey, out live. 4 seconds.
Nice.
5 seconds.
Cool.
Sweet.
Anyway.
Right. Even retype one. There we go.
So you made this thing to assist in
Cutting.
cutting foam board.
That way. Hey, you're really tall. Perfect angle.
Oh. Cutting foam board.
Yeah. So the idea with this thingy, because you can see it's right on the black background and the white background.
True.
Look at that contrast though. Is that you get the 45-degree angle. That way when the X-Acto knife you can sit in at a 45-degree angle. Or you can have it at a perfect 90-degree angle. And so I tried doing hairbands for those youthful days of weeks past. And that didn't work. So I have the zip ties.
Okay.
There's a couple behind the camera. But I want you to try both ways and see what you think on design. I might just end up redesigning it.
One way to do it would be just to
just hold it.
like maybe make a slot that the blade goes through.
That's what I was thinking. So instead of like a cradle with 3 sides, so like a bottom and 2 sides, I was like, well, it can still pop out the top. So instead of having a super long pole, like a thing, it just like slips into it.
Or, I mean, you could actually take the blade out.
So I thought of that too.
And then just like have some rails there, and then a knob that, or something that you can put that on.
Yeah.
Or honestly, just like hot gluing it on.
Right. Yeah, if you want to try it, you'll see instantly what the problem is.
Okay.
You're like, wow, I didn't think about that. I wonder if it's just how old this camera is, but it looks like super grainy. Also just because there's a lot going on. Yep.
Should put it in the other way, but it's not right. Actually, this might be better.
I pretty much sacrificed a whole strip of foam board now because
yeah, that's what it was there for.
As soon as you try it, you're like, oh, that's why you didn't try it on the little piece. And then all I do is I put a piece of foam board on the bottom to make sure it didn't like slice all the way through.
Okay. You know, underneath this?
No. I just meant like, I just took this and just like, cool, it won't slice through.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm just gonna go to the camera.
We should also this that.
You're already doing better than me.
And the blade kind of goes up that way, like
Yeah, the
that.
blade does not want to like sit with it.
Yeah.
Like with the paper on it. So I'm curious as if
Yeah, like that looks pretty bad.
Yeah, right. If the other foam board would cut better, just because they're so different.
I doubt it.
Dot.
Yeah, so I think the slot might be the way to go then. Because that would prevent the blade from going
lifting
up.
like that.
Yeah.
That and I didn't realize that it was just too small, so that you can't put the whole thing as close down. The clearance isn't quite right.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Gah! I did
Yeah.
half an inch. It should have been like 0.6 inches or something.
Yeah.
just wrong.
Okay, and I didn't put it all the way down either.
Because that would help a little bit.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, if we just take the blade out and just have the world's smallest slit.
Yeah.
But yeah, with V2, I also want to put a second 45-degree angle.
Yeah, like the blade just goes straight away.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So yeah, I think rulers would be good enough for the first revision.
Yeah,
planes.
Yeah.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea. Just needs some work for the version 2.
It's disappointing that the clear wasn't as, or the transparent wasn't as transparent as I thought it would be.
Yeah. Alright, so for my wings,
How
the
whole
wide
thing.
am I gonna go? That feels pretty dang thin. But I'm gonna go this way first. Here's what I think is gonna happen with these planes. One of our planes is gonna fly. The other one's not. I don't know which one's gonna fly
Okay.
and which one's not.
Because both of them are really different.
They're very different, yeah. Like mine is way smaller than yours, which could have an issue with the tiny propeller, and also the high rate of spin propeller might
That's what
send it
I'm
into like a
scared of.
corkscrew motion.
Because I see it, you will take off and then it'll start turning and then it would.
I'm wondering if there's a way that I can adjust one of my ailerons so that it counteracts the spin of.
That's smarter than me thinking, if you just put some more stuff in your wing, just make one wing.
Or
heavier."
doing that, yeah, like throwing pennies on one side.
Yeah.
And yours is just, I feel like it's biting off a lot to chew just because it's going for such a big size.
Yeah, right.
But in theory, the bigger size should be more stable in the air, so.
I'm really hoping that gyro saves me.
Yeah. And it could be that neither of ours flies, and it could be that both of them fly, but as far as like
Right.
my prediction goes, it's that one of them will fly, and I honestly don't know which one it'll be.
Might get a second table up here. So we can have the camera table and then an offside table. I just reclaim that couch chair.
All right.
Putting all my electronics on the corner.
Oh, and I still haven't thought about a way to plug in my motor, but
Oh, right.
that'll be alright. Something will end up working out.
If by Tuesday you still don't have anything,
Yeah.
I can just bring center stuff. Bring a couple adapters.
True.
Like 2 fan connectors or something. I rip one
Yeah.
off a motherboard and then one off of.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if that will be big enough to handle that high voltage and amperage.
That's a U. I almost want to see you fly with that first now.
With that propeller?
Yeah, right.
I'm definitely gonna start with this guy. But I'm sure I'll try it. If it flies with the smaller propeller, I'll try the big one anyway. Just to crash the plane and have to build a new one, you know?
Can you see the cables from Oh, you can.
That's fine. Just blocking some of the view of you.
Right. That's the most attractive part of me.
Do you think I'm alive? Probably so.
Sweet. I got most of the soldering stuff on this. So next we're going to redo the flooring in this room.
You mean because of the squeak?
Yeah, right where you stand.
Yeah. Alright, so for my plane,
I have all mine measured out, so if you didn't know exactly what you want to do, we can start mine. But if you know what you want to do, we can start yours. Because there's not enough room for both of us to work at the same time. Because mine's
there's
40
enough
inch
room
fence.
for 2 of me to work.
Right.
Let's throw one of these on the table, the big ones, since you know your measurements and stuff, and see, like, wow, these are massive. Yeah, so let's start with yours,
Okay.
and once you get, like, the wing section cut off,
The wing and the 2 body sides are the big ones.
then we can probably work on them both at the same
Yeah.
time. But
Fan. There you go.
Only after it splits off from the big piece.
I wonder if we turn it sideways. It's easier.
Yeah.
And then I can just.
Because like once you cut your wing section off, then I can still work.
Right.
All right. So you have your diagrams and stuff. We are on the overhead cam, so watch the phone.
Right. Man, the one day I leave. It's gonna be your phone number.
Yeah. I'll be getting so many calls. Zeros of calls.
Right. Rotate the screen. So I just have a picture. You can't see because it's blurry.
A picture of a plane.
It's actually 3 pictures.
Picture of a 3D modeled plane. 2-dimensional pictures of a 3-dimensional model of a 3-dimensional plane.
Plugged into USB.
That will never
through
get
micro
into
USB.
that will never get into 3-dimensional space, but you know.
So the wings is definitely the place to start.
Yeah.
It is 40 inches long.
Okay. Which is exactly this length, right?
Should be.
You know, exactly.
Right.
Close enough, honestly.
And then the bottom part is 10.5 inches, which is like. Bling.
Okay.
But then I was gonna let's go ahead and double the 10.5. And then that way the fold over.
Yeah.
We'll leave like a 2-inch spot that's not covered
Okay.
because the fold takes like extra space over.
Yeah.
And those 2 inches will be the ailerons.
Okay. I'm probably going to make it where, like, say the bottom of my wing is 6 inches. I'm going to cut probably 8 or 9 inches here. That way I can connect it, and then I'll just cut out spots for the ailerons. Because the aileron needs to go all the way to the bottom to the top. You know what I mean?
No.
And my aileron's not going to be the entire length of my wing.
So mine won't either. We're gonna use this piece here. So this is 40 inches. Ta-da!
Magic.
Right? And so then you have like the 2-inch sliver.
Yeah.
So you'll have this part, which is the other 10 inches that folds over.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're both the same length and one has a hump, you have the extra spot. And
Oh,
this,
so it will reconnect. Gotcha.
And then I'll just like slice it here and here. And
Okay.
I like that as my
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought you were saying this will come over and then kind of be hanging free space there.
No,
Free
so-
add on an aileron on the top. But yeah, that makes more sense.
There's kind of the shape. And it ends there.
Okay,
It's a
gotcha.
bad there-ish. So you get 2 inches.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
That's what my thought was. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, so it's 40 and 3/4 basically.
that works.
Wait, actually, it's exactly 40 if I measure it correctly.
I would skip the first inch. Because so you should get 41. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 41-ish, like right on it.
Mm,
Maybe a 16th short.
Oh no.
Does this thing not retract?
No.
Oops.
Right. Alright, and then we need 10.5 and 10.5.
Alright, well, we'll just keep that.
There's 10.5 there. 10.5 for the second one.
Pencil?
Right. There should orange, yeah.
Just put that over too.
Alright, so we got 10.5. That's the fold line.
Okay.
Wow, that actually worked really well. And then 12 minus 1. What?
So,
1.5.
yeah.
Thank you.
Nice. It's the same on the other side. So you get 10.5.
I like how we're going to try cutting the biggest piece first.
What could go wrong? And then to 1.5.
I see why a yardstick would be super helpful in these.
Yeah.
I got a piece of just like wood that would be long enough. I can grab that.
1.5.
I might go grab that real fast.
Is it made of metal?
The wood? Yeah.
Because this cuts into wood. It'll be fine though.
That's what you just
That's why we're starting with yours now.
Right.
Yeah, yardstick would have been nice. Does the wood have a nice edge? Because a lot of 2x4s have that curved edge, which wouldn't be as helpful. I bet what we can do is stretch this across and just mark some like intermediate points.
Oh, marking intermediate, or just drawing it real fast.
Or just drawing it real fast and then come back to your pencil and just lasso the pencil.
Here we go.
Oh, I'll just. But clipping is probably a good idea. But holding might be straight.
Alright. The line's on the far side. So put it closer to you.
Oh wow, these are shrunk.
They're for holding green screens.
So how's that look?
Are you doing okay? Oh, yeah. Ah. There you go.
Cool.
Close.
Good enough. And then I think you can use this
Yeah.
to like
Oh man, I think we got this down.
more or less.
To follow.
Yeah. And what angle are you going to be doing? Are you just going to be doing a straight up 90?
I think for the ends, yeah. 'Cause I think
Oh, for the ends, definitely, yeah. Because well, the goal is to cut all the way through, which we can't do yet because of this underneath.
I wonder if I cut like three-fourths of the way
Unless
through
we
and
can
then
do-
just bend it. So glad we got the camera perfectly on the table, right?
Yep. Just make sure it's off over here, but the blanket's still under there. So.
That's far enough over here. Alright. This side looks good.
Stuff harder to cut.
Yeah, right.
Wow, that's really clean, actually.
Woo! Oh, I love being left-handed. Oh no. Get back on there.
So that's where the fuselage will go. Nice.
Right, type 90 falling now.
It didn't disconnect.
I think it's gone. Wow, okay.
Alright, so there is main wing segment cut. So now you're going to have to score it and stuff.
Which
So
think
can I
is way
move
harder.
this out of the way?
That or we can use the donor in case we slice through. This way we can do it on camera.
Okay.
I go sucks if we hit it. but-
Yeah. Better than cutting through the side.
Yeah, right.
Cool. And then I guess for scoring, we're gonna have to do the same thing with drawing the line probably.
I'll show you two now.
And I guess we're just using this, right?
Yeah. Mark's on the phone side.
It's all foam. You're literally cutting foam. It's on the wall side, is what you mean.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by 4 walls.
It's on the exterior wall side.
Okay. That works.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The corner. Alright, that's perfect.
I guess we like pretty close. Up until here.
Yeah, works. Perfect. I'm gonna retract that blade a little bit. Massively cut straight through the entire thing.
Kind of like that. So I should just like go at a 90-degree angle first.
I would do 90-degree angle and only 90-degree angle.
Because this has to be
First.
bent all the way over. Because so like if this is the where the aileron is,
Gotcha.
then this has to be all the way over.
Okay, so it's not just like a small scoring for. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Either way,
Start
works.
with a 90.
Yeah.
So here's my board. All right. So how thick do I want to make my wings?
Man, it's freezing. It's like that special part of wrapping paper. And the whole thing just goes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make my wings thinner. And how actually long do I want them to be? Honestly, I'm just eyeballing here.
So I feel like I'm probably not going to choose the optimal length, but I really don't care.
When it doesn't, if it doesn't work, then
We'll get to build another one. 5 inches seems pretty good for the wing length. And then
I'll say if you really want to trust my design, you just build it at half scale.
I'll pass.
no. I'm sure your design's great.
No, I designed it.
How you designed it? Did you steal it? I mean, not steal it, but like use an existing design.
Almost.
Well, then I might trust your design actually.
I looked up the plane, the Cessna 152 on the internet.
Really?
And then I imported the images and then I traced it out and then made
Okay.
it super low poly.
So it's almost to scale-ish then.
Yeah, but it's like really low poly version
Yeah,
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used a side view and a top down view and just like,
Yeah.
They had one really cool view. It was like slices for the center so you see how thick it is as it goes through.
Yeah.
There's no way I could do that for a 2-day design. Wow, just too short.
Yeah, just too short.
You know what that thing is?
Oh, perfect actually.
Hey,
What thing?
the black thing, metal thing.
It's, no.
It's a rack cover for like computer server racks.
So, help this pretty good,
Wow.
just to make sure. And then I'm actually gonna go ahead and score this.
You throw the knife at you.
So, how big is that gonna be? Needs to be deeper than that.
You slice into my wing.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, it's us. Where's the share thing?
All right. Perfect. And then it's going to go up, over. Oh, this wing is going to be thicker than it needs to be, I think. But that's okay.
So most of the designs I saw on the internet the wings were like a quarter of the total plane length.
Oh.
So you had about half the plane length as the nose. Then you had the plane, then you had the wing length. So that had half the wing
Yeah.
thickness, I guess is the word we're using, for the nose. And then it was like 2 between the end of the wing and the tail, and then 1 for the tail.
Okay.
Like roughly.
So this is 20 and 5. Wow. So the like length or width of the wing, this direction is 20 and 5, and this will be roughly the length of the plane front to back.
Yeah, and that's about what mine is.
So that's okay. I just
And then most of the plane
Nailed it.
designs had the wings like a little bit longer than the plane length.
Okay.
So nose to tail was a little bit shorter than
Okay.
tip to tip. wing.
Gotcha.
But that was like the
Yeah.
I don't know the consumer planes.
Oh, like
sports planes.
recreational.
That's it. Recreational
I know.
planes.
I'm good with words. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that 7 inches. 6.5. Because why not? And that'll give me
So I might just go ahead and cut my second line here, and then that way, like at an angle, to pull out the filler, so it can fold over.
so if you need to make cuts or measure, go for it. I'll be off your
You go right there.
sheet.
Wow. Eyeball this.
Because I'm basically going to cut all the way, well, all the way through here, and then start scoring my wing so that it can fold over.
Something about doing like this, so they can't really see my cut. But the cut's here,
Yeah.
and have this over the cut a little bit, and then take this
Okay.
and try to like,
I wonder if it's easier by hand or with this thing. Like, would it be easier for you to just...
just follow it by hand.
Yeah. Because I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to cut a 45 with that.
One way to find out.
Personally, I may not even do any 45s. I might just use, cause like, do you see what I'm going for here? This is gonna be the bottom of the wing, and then this is the top, so this curves over.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it this way and just hot glue and cover it, or if I'm gonna cut 45s and fold it the other way. I think I'm just gonna go this way. Like this way, you know, as opposed to 45s and going the other way. No?
Flat.
Yeah, I'm not cutting any 45s,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Just because it seems like more trouble than it's worth.
Man, that lunch. Hey. Wow. The first one was so smooth.
Yeah.
So instead of folding into the cuts, you're folding out the
Yeah,
cuts.
yeah. And then I'll use hot glue to reinforce it. So I'll fold it like that, run hot glue, wipe off the excess.
Okay. I might have
Just because I think the other way, like 45s have a nicer finish on the outside, but it's a lot more precision cutting. And
Right.
I think that
precision cutting is not a thing.
precision cutting is difficult without a precision cutting tool.
Cut. Turn it over.
All I can say is people are glad we're not surgeons.
Wow.
Is it the blade going back? Or?
Well,
Well, maybe that's hard enough. But let me see this and see. So, right now you have your
Yeah, so just make it like
you have your 90. And I'm just thinking, how hard would it be? How hard could it be, right?
right.
I'm just thinking like, okay, it's kind of hard.
Oh, you got a lot better than I did.
I think the issue is if they get too close, then it
The phone doesn't like it.
tears it up, yeah. But
Wow, you actually did pretty good.
the issue is that it left all that material in there
So then we gotta go back with like a pencil or something to scrape it out.
to scrape it out, yeah. So that's 145, and then I guess the idea would be turn it around, cut the other way. This one, oh,
Wow, that was pretty good.
so then it folds in like that. But that was just a small area too, you know, like.
Right, that's not 40
Wow, that's
inches.
really nice, actually. I might do that. Nah, but yeah, I wouldn't want to cut that for 40 inches. Like for 3 inches, I got it decent, but I don't know.
It's really good.
As opposed to that, because the issue with that, folding it that way, is that all that's holding it on is literally just the paper on the backing.
Right.
But hot glue, I think, will reinforce them decently
Yeah.
well.
That's just, then my problem would be having to sit there and fill the hot glue and smooth it.
I think it's gonna be just
Fill
swoop,
it.
swoop, yeah. But you know, I haven't even tried that at all, so that could be harder than I'm anticipating.
I might try 90 on this, see what works.
Yeah.
Worst thing that happens is it doesn't work and then I just fold it the other way.
Yeah.
With extra hot glue.
True. Yeah. Or tape, you know, because honestly, tape,
Right.
like packing tape or something, would
I
probably
got
work
tons of
pretty
paper
well.
tape for us.
Wait, you already have the 90 cut, right?
Yeah.
Where'd my other blades go? I had a pack of 3, but I don't know where I
This is so much easier.
Oh, you're doing the 45s. Nice. Oh, here they are. Easier than with the brace? Well, maybe don't talk like
Easier
that.
than that.
If you're starting at the end as opposed to starting in the middle. Because you're doing exactly. Oh, you mean with this paper?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think it's the thicker plastic
That's
stuff.
thicker material, yeah.
Makes it easier to follow.
That's good to know.
I am turning it though so I can sit down. Can't see because of the shadows.
Yeah. Hey, don't bump that table. Alright?
Get your own table.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'd cut at the end. Don't bump the table. That was me. Sweet. So next up is literally just scoring it every few millimeters.
Inches.
My wing's only 5 inches long, dude. Gotta score more than that. And honestly, this section probably won't need any scores because it'll just
The flat part.
be flat. Which is convenient.
I'm really not looking forward to scoring mine. if I do like one
Yeah, that's true.
90 fold,
Yeah.
if I only need to do like 90 cuts, and then that'd be enough given the foam for it to pinch over a little bit.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Well,
I don't have to do any angles.
yeah, well, you're doing an angle there, right?
Yeah, because this is going to be the 90-degree one. But then after the 90-degree on the wing, so like it's the flat part that comes up, I can just do like 4 more 90-degree angle cuts, and then just like boop, boop, boop.
Oh, gotcha.
Because there'll be enough give in the plastic, in the
Gotcha.
foam.
Yeah, I'm just doing all 90-degree angle cuts. Ooh, actually.
I'm always curious if you just do 2 90s right side by side, and then just went through and just like pulled out some of the foam.
Yeah. Same idea, I guess.
Probably wants to make an actual curved wing and then a flat wing to see if the RC actually makes a difference on the wing design. Because everyone's telling me, well, I believe that there's enough power in the motor that.
Yeah, but I think the flying would be terrible.
I think.
Yeah. Because I saw a video of a guy who did just do a flat wing, and the thing was just
like flying around at a
30-degree angle, just trying to stay in the air. But
maybe I will just.
This works better. Alright, let's see if Jacob ruined $3 worth of foam board, or if it worked.
it's kind of. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, if I can clean enough out.
Watch me have cut it on the wrong side.
Alright, well, that's scored. I guess I'm going to break it at the score.
It'd be great to get someone who's actually built several planes themselves, like a professional,
Yeah.
to watch the video or even come see it.
Yeah.
Dude. Kill them.
Yeah, that's true.
So aside from the bend on the wings, I have the bend on the nose. And the only other complicated shape I have is the stomach walls. But it's
So
like
basically, every face of your plane has a complicated bend.
only 3 of them. Out of like 60.
60? Jeez.
There's a lot of parts to a nice looking plane that might look, it might not look good.
Well, I think out of the looking good, I think yours will win.
I'm really surprised you didn't walk in here and just like rubber band the 2 rulers together and call it a day.
Yeah.
Is that really what you think of me?
It's just your plan. I don't need a gyro, he says. Oh, that was a big cut. Yeah, after practicing cutting on your board and then cutting this board, this
Yeah.
is definitely better.
Okay. It's good to know that the higher quality board is
Better.
easier to cut, specifically.
Right.
Because I wouldn't have expected that.
I just knew the finish would be nicer, but
On the inside. I'm afraid bending it, I'm just gonna pop it and snap it in half. Which, I mean, in that case, you just put it back together. And I feel like I'm cutting way bigger than necessary.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm trying to slice through the bottom. That's not working. How's that working for you?
Pretty good.
Flawless. Mine are fully backwards. Yeah. That looks pretty good.
Thank you. Honestly, like, I wonder if that's all I need.
I think so. They look like the right shape.
Yeah. I'll probably do one more score just for the heck of it, because, more complications always.
dimensional is better?
One folding outwards.
Oh yeah. Wow, we have these shadows. Oh, that's much better. If only I was left-handed. Can you come draw this line for me?
No problem.
You want to go on a whitewater podcast with me? Whitewater kayaking podcast? I'm just kidding.
Like just me and you, or it's like
No.
professional gig?
I don't know if it's a professional gig, but I do have a friend, one of the guys who highlined has a whitewater podcast. But I wouldn't have anything to offer.
You whitewater.
Yeah. Unless you're like
Really desperate for guests.
climbing podcast I'm looking for, but
Oh, check this out right here.
That's
Look at this wing. Hopefully it looks great on camera. I wonder if I need to score this and make it
a little smoother.
fine.
You got plenty of time.
If that works for me.
What time is
It is 1:34.
So aside from the 90, 3 scores is kind of what you did? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Mine are
But
all,
honestly, because I didn't want to make them any more precise. Like,
mine are all 1 ruler apart, though.
I would have liked this one to be smaller. But,
Yeah. This method's actually working out pretty well if you like this look. Of kind of. Look at my bodies.
yeah. That's where I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
How did you build these?
Very freaking carefully. I put this hard thing on top. basically just bent down a little bit at a time.
Okay.
Trying not to bend like in here, you know, on that one, but.
Ah, I see.
So now for the end of my wings. This seems like it would be hard to do.
How so?
Getting the shape right. But then again, well, that seemed to be easier than what I experienced.
Careful, that's sharp or something. This is going to be difficult.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna subdivide it. That's not too far off. Might do 3 flaps. Better do, donkey.
Is that from Shrek?
Yeah.
Never watched the movies.
What?
I'm pretty sure. Oh, technically I have watched it, I'm sure.
You'd have to.
Where every step he takes, it's doubles in speed.
Oh.
Does that count?
Speedy boy.
Must
Oh,
be.
You're building reinforcements.
No, just for the ends.
Ends.
Yeah.
I might just fill it with hot glue.
The only reason I'm doing this is because I want them to be somewhat even.
Oh.
But I don't know how much it really matters. Like, as far as we're just yellowing these wings.
The wing shape matters so much.
In general, but the exacts, yeah. I think the wing shape matters more than them being the exact same, like, millimeter dimensions on the ends, you know.
So it could be one of those things, you drop the general shape and then just oversize it. That way it has like these little wall things on it. I can pull a picture. But a lot of planes do that where the ends of the wings have like little walls on them.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like a little flare at the end.
Yeah, no fancy word.
The flare at the end. The little flare at the end is the technical term.
No internet.
destroyed our internet.
I'm gonna start on the body. Move things off to the side.
Keeping up on the wings? I'm just kidding.
Right.
Are your wings finished-ish?
Finished-ish, I think. I kind of want to do another subdivision.
Gotcha.
But
it's kind of, yeah, finicky.
yay. I kind of want to see what the rest of the plane looks like before I start trying to perfect the wings.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather have a turtle plane that looks 50% good than really nice looking wings with a square body.
Wow, that's pretty decent-ish.
Wow,
Emphasis on the ish.
that's pretty good though. Let's see.
That I would feel comfortable filling in with how good. Ish.
So you're gonna add ailerons onto that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the way to go, but
It might be.
it's the way I'm going. The only downside I foresee with that is really nothing. The only downside I see is that I don't know enough about building a plane to see the potential downside.
Right. Alright, let's start with this. 2.7 inches up. Five, 7, there.
Wow, that's pretty perfect actually.
Now, the bottom of my plane is 18 and then 5.7. We're switching. Yeah, the thing isn't right.
Too slickety slick.
Or something like that. Alright. And then use the right angle up. 5.9.
Flawless. So I'll have my wing complete and you'll have your body complete, so maybe your plane can fly with my wing.
Right. My body is gonna be way longer than your wing.
Yeah.
As a market style, I'm not sure if it will fit this ways.
That's perfect. What about this?
This should be 18 from that 30.
I was thinking about cutting out ailerons from in here, like cutting out a slit there,
Yeah.
the top and bottom, and making them into it. But that sounds
Big
like
aileron.
yeah. I think my wing's gonna be too thick. Alright, well, my wing is done with most of the cutting. I guess I can hot glue. And start on the body.
Oh, I messed up some measurement. Sweet 24-2 on the bottom. I don't think my ruler was straight because it was a 3-dimensional ruler. So I think one was farther out, closer in. One measurement I have 24 inches for the bottom. The other one I have 18 plus 5.7,
Okay.
which is really close actually. 0.3 off. I bet I can make this work.
So, my plane. I want to be as thin as possible. So that my propeller can actually propel. I should have gone ahead and ordered some like 7 or 6 inch props.
But you also want to make sure it's thick enough that you can put the battery in.
Yeah. Okay. So, and the wing. The body and the tail. I want the body to be. You say the wing is a little bit longer than the body normally?
Yeah, from what I've seen.
In your plane building experience.
Right. Okay. So that means this should be about 10.7, 10.5. Right, 10.5. Sweet.
So I could do. Wow, so I think I'm gonna break up into my other piece of moldboard. What I'm thinking is probably at this angle. Cut out the nose, go up, go back, make a tail, and the bottom will come up. Alright, so rough sketch time. I bet you that pen will work on mine. Fancy schmancy.
It's crazy. This line and this line, so this is the bottom of the plane.
Yeah.
This is the top, the wing goes here. This number is wrong. This number is right. How?
Is that number wrong?
This is right. This is the only thing that's wrong.
Okay. How much is it wrong by?
0.3.
Nice.
still a third of an inch, or
Yeah.
just over a quarter of an inch.
Yeah.
Like how?
Yeah.
Right.
Hopefully it's not important that the wings be.
Right. The wing space is perfect there.
Okay.
So I figure I'll do the walls of the plane,
Yeah.
and then from there, I can correct, because everything else is pretty much squares.
Dang, I feel like
Right. Your plane's gonna be too short. It's like,
my wing is longer than my plane's body. That's insanely short.
So mine's right at the same.
okay. That's what mine's gonna end up being.
I
But
think my body's 41 inches if you include like
Okay.
the very end of the rudder.
gotcha.
If you don't include the rudder, then they're right the same length.
Okay. So I'm thinking something like that. And that goes down. Tail goes forward. And the bottom can come.
I'm about to use all 3Ds because I gotta get this weird shape.
Oh. That's one advantage of not using a yardstick.
So I got these lengths, but I'm gonna get 1/2. Right. Yeah. So. That actually easier way to just eat. What are these? Probably not. .7. It's 1, 2, 3, 7. So this. Do it this way. Alright. So now I gotta get 4.5 inches between these two.
Oof, they're not even close.
So this needs to come down more. Because this will
Oh,
be the
so
windshield.
this is like the front windshield, okay.
Yeah, this will be the windshield. This will be like setting up for the front prop.
Gotcha.
So 4.5. But so like this is supposed to be the slightest angle.
Okay.
So that's the bottom there.
Yeah. Dang.
But I didn't think of getting the measurement between the bottom of the paper and the bottom of the plane there.
Oh, gotcha.
I think this was a 30-degree angle.
Okay.
1, 2,
You know what I say?
Yellow.
YOLO. Go for it. Alright.
Here we go. That's it.
Have fun drawing that curve.
What curve? Oh, that's where I just bend it. So it's a perfect
Oh, gotcha.
4.6 inch circle or radius.
Okay.
And then, so that should be toward. Alright. There.
Wow, these are super strong.
Right. That's the windshield. That gets pushed out 1.5 inches at a right angle.
If you need this ruler back, let me know.
I do. I did so much measuring this morning.
Yeah.
It's getting tiring at this point. There. Now the windshield's more like a windshield. I wish I had a little compass thingy on me. I have a little compass thingy. Here's a good one.
Sweet.
Here. This one has a little metal guide on it. Makes it really easy to draw with. Sweet. Oh, it's just whatever this is held at. You yellow that shape?
Yep. For worse or for worser.
There we go. I got one really easy to see line.
Nice.
So now I just need two of those.
Wait, did you do that with the pen?
Yeah, right?
Oh, wow, it
It
worked.
just showed up.
Where'd the pencil go?
Right there.
Oh. Oh, wow, yeah, that was easy. Dang.
So I've just measured that one, and then I just remember that it just swoops.
Dang, so then you just gotta cut that out.
And then lay it again, and trace it, and then cut it
Yeah,
out again.
yeah.
And then from there, the only fold there is on this is right here. It goes from 3 inches here to 1 inch here.
Okay.
Otherwise, everything else is squares. The top
Yeah.
and bottom pieces are 3 inch, 1 inch, but
Yeah.
then it's whatever that length is.
I'm probably just gonna make mine like width of the battery. And I haven't figured out a motor mount situation yet. So I'll probably just go width of the battery here and then narrowing to one section at the
Right.
end.
So my wheel will go somewhere right here,
Okay.
just in front of the wings.
Gotcha.
The prop goes right there. Ba-ding! Alright, so now we got a better angle for you.
which way is up?
There you go. Kind of.
Okay.
Okay, so probably
So
right
this is
there.
the front of the plane right over
Yep.
here. This is the wing area. This is the rear of the plane.
So the wings are.
So basically it's like it's going straight up into the air.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, man, that's really hard to see actually. Yeah, so motor's there, and then I'm thinking all the electronics are gonna sit right here. I didn't realize how thin that was.
Yeah.
Not quite big enough.
Well, you'll have a lot of space just in here.
Right. Because this part here is flat. That would be flat to the ground.
Okay.
Because that's flat with this line. So these are the same angle here.
Okay.
And then this bottom raises up to meet up with the flat top.
Okay.
And then the battery would have to sit somewhere here to help keep the wings the center.
Okay. So is the tail going to be a separate, like the tail vertical stabilizer going to be?
A separate piece.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's more like when I get to it. But I'm thinking
Yeah.
it'll go almost all the way up to the wing,
Mm-hmm.
and then like fin slowly.
Okay.
But that's more of
When you get to it, yeah. All right. Well.
So I didn't model it in like that, but I
Okay.
kind of want it to be like that.
Yeah.
Good luck when you're playing. I'm gonna start.
Somehow I feel more prepared than you, but less
Cutting away.
prepared.
I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Like seriously, I think one of ours is gonna fly and the other one's gonna like
Yeah.
spiral to death.
Yeah, because like I
I
don't
don't know
think
which
you have
one.
enough angle on your wings.
Like going up
Yeah.
in terms of like that.
Yeah. But then like I don't know if mine's right either, so
Yeah. I mean, I think our angles are pretty
I
similar.
just followed the picture.
Yours has a little bit more than mine.
Okay, yeah,
um,
you do have some.
I have some.
The weird part that the
Yours has a lot more.
mine
Yeah.
has so many different.
Yeah.
It's hard to look at. But yeah, this is just a measure to get where the windshield was.
Yeah.
And
Not
that was
like
for the
yeah.
wings.
Yeah, like you're definitely more prepared, but I'm just lucky.
Lucky.
So maybe mine will work. So lucky I broke my finger.
Because all I really hoped to get done today was cutting the pieces out and possibly getting the majority of it glued.
Yeah.
I figure there's no way we'll get the electronics in there.
Yeah, I still need to get a piece of wood for my motor mount. Like, that will be light and also sturdy enough to, you know.
Yeah. So we have a ton of scrap that we pull from.
Okay.
You don't have any scrap wood?
Yeah, I'll definitely look at that.
A lot of it's mostly like scraps from machine wood.
Which honestly is better because it's generally a little bit thinner.
Then the one other thing I had planned for my whole thing is that the walls will actually sit inside of the shell,
Yeah.
so all the pieces get glued on top of the walls.
Okay, gotcha.
So the walls would almost be like inset into the.
Yeah. So it'll have kind of like a layer of trim-ish around it.
Yeah. I guess I gotta hand cut this circle. Oh, yes.
looks like it's going to be very fall aparty.
You can use my other thick one.
We have to just completely different designs, completely different material, completely different sizes. Basically change up all the variables, that way when one of them fails we have no idea
Why?
what caused it, just that it didn't work.
Oh, baby, a triple. It's so smooth. I'm excited.
This is not smooth at all. Dang, alright, it's gonna be exciting. Definitely no flying today due to weather conditions outside of our control.
Sorry. My fault.
Yeah. It's his fault.
Oh, do your quadcopter still fly?
Probably. Haven't flown in a while.
A particular mind this evening was curious.
Particular what?
Particular mind.
Particular mind?
Yeah.
Who?
Brain. Seen me on this evening.
What? The person you're seeing this evening? Is that what
Yeah.
you said? Oh. Probably. But yeah, I haven't flown in a long time. Do you want to see if that person can fly it?
Yeah. But like with you around. Because I'm not responsible for it.
Yeah. That would be exciting. As long as we're at somewhere where it can't destroy someone's property. Because he ain't going to be able to fly it, I tell you that. And that's a fact.
Oh, yes. The super interesting plane. So that's
Wow, it looks like a whale.
Whale.
It actually looks like a giant popsicle stick that got a chip cut out of it. A sword. I have a golf flag or something.
Right. It's an American golf flag. A little beast.
Of course. The best type. What it looks like.
So yours really isn't going to be that much smaller. Like, okay,
Half the size. Yeah.
So is
Let's
that
compare the wing size.
Okay, yeah. Right. Yeah, so you look at my wing to body ratio on that.
Yeah.
It is really
Pretty similar.
because it's supposed to stay on 3 inches for my rudder.
See, here's the thing. Yours is pretty similar. Mine is exactly the same. Just because I cut to the end of it. But this nose design is going to have to change because that looks...
Right.
You're supposed to say it doesn't look bad, but...
Doesn't look great. It's honest criticism. It looks like someone planned and someone was like, I know what the shape of a blade looks kind of like.
Well, that's...
Have you seen those
Perfect.
like the Renaissance paintings? Like, I definitely know what a cat looks like, and then it's the terrible painting of a cat.
Thanks. I mean, that doesn't look awful.
I almost want to look up a picture.
Mine looks a lot more like a plane than yours. I googled what does a plane look like.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what showed up?
Not really, but neither is that. But you know, I know you don't have the tail design yet, so
Yeah. No.
so I'm ahead of you on that. Regardless.
Right. Technically, yours is closer to being done.
Technically, well, I guess. Well, I'm pretty close.
Look at this.
Mine is closer to not flying. That's what you're trying to say.
The worst part is I think they both will fly.
Yeah. Now, how they will handle will be a whole other story.
Mine will handle 100% better.
Because the
And the
ratios
gyro.
are actually...
No,
oh, and the gyro. But your poor power to weight ratio. Actually, I take that back after seeing that motor spin.
Right? Like, I was super nervous about it too until I saw it spin.
Yeah. I think that it's gonna be overpowered. In the same way that the quad is overpowered.
But like,
It's not overpowered in it that it makes it not be able to fly, but it's overpowered in that like you don't have to worry about
it's not realistic.
it. Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
When I went to the airfield last week, the dudes were just having a plane beside them and taking off within 6 feet.
Yeah.
they're like,
yeah. There's no 100-foot runway.
I want to see mine though, because it like just rev up from 0 to 100 and
Yeah.
the propeller just fly off. The dragon's so heavy on it. And if both of these fly like really well,
Yeah.
we have to see how poorly we can shape an airplane and have it still fly.
Yeah.
Like find kids' drawings of airplanes, like
That would be funny.
cut it out and see if we can make it fly.
Honestly, I think that's what's gonna happen.
Make a great YouTube series.
Yeah.
Anythingcanfly.com.
Just. Yeah. Have you seen the pictures of like a kid draws a cat?
And then the
then
person
they-
does a realistic Photoshop of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You got the big metal brace. It's not under it. There it is.
It's under it.
I'm gonna have to buy more server covers.
Servo covers?
Server covers?
Servo covers. Yeah.
Covers.
Or just, a yardstick.
Giant sheets of metal.
Potato, potato.
I almost want to make you cut one of these to see how pleasing it is.
Oh, true.
I just got this piece here.
Like the wing. Honestly, knowing now that the 90-degree angles and just folding it the other way works so well, it's like, maybe actually.
Wow. Now time to see how close they are. Oh. Decent. Ish.
Push stuff real fast. So we're gonna get a softbox in this site.
Ah, true.
I cut too far.
Whoever thought it'd be this easy to build a plane? Of course they haven't flown yet, but
I'll say the Wright brothers took way too long.
yeah.
Oh, why didn't you Google it? Oh no.
Looks perfect. Ish. Well, maybe not perfect. Looks good enough-ish.
Well, my duplicate is definitely not as good as the original.
You know what they say! I don't know what they say.
Always make sure the pizza's cooked all the way through.
As I was sitting on the mountaintop yesterday, some dudes were talking about what the best pizza was. One dude insisted it was the large 12-inch. I asked him which one it was. Was it large or was it a 12-inch pizza? Because 12 inches is not a large pizza.
Right.
The large 12-inch pizza from Walmart, their frozen pizza.
Okay.
And I just sat there for like
I disagree.
probably an hour and listened to them talk back and forth, and they were hilarious. And that's the end of that story.
Pretty darn close on this thing.
Oh yeah, closer than mine.
Alright.
This. Now let's grab a battery for size. Wow, this battery is massively heavy. So the battery's gonna go right there. And then I need to figure out a motor mount for this. And then I honestly think I'm just gonna taper them so the tail is glued together in the back. Do you have a hot glue gun? in here?
Yes. Food line bag. So there's skinny glue sticks, which my glue gun I can't find. So there's
Okay.
fat glue sticks in my glue gun.
Gotcha. This is the perfect size for your plane.
So you're going back to your wings?
I'm not sure. So, here's what I've got. So here's my fuselage. Just kidding. Here's my fuselage.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Here's my fuselage.
Sweet.
So I'm thinking fuselage like that.
Yep.
Battery in the middle.
Okay.
On the same page so far.
On the same page so far.
Wings on top. And then what
Wow.
I'm thinking is just kind of taper these like that.
Right. That's pretty much what I'm doing.
Yeah, like I'll probably glue them together right here.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then I'll have to figure out a motor mount. But honestly, like, and then I will probably cut out a piece for covering this section, or
Yep.
going in between
I
here.
call it the hood.
The hood, good idea. And then I guess eventually I'll cut a piece back there.
Yeah.
A triangle, but that's not necessary yet. I probably won't cut a piece for this so that I can access it and such.
So that's where the wings cover.
Yeah, exactly.
So this silly question.
And then on the bottom, I guess I'll go and then taper in.
Yeah. Are your wings long enough to fit on the top right there? Like, does it cover, or do your wings hang over? Okay,
much
pretty much perfect.
Yeah, because you know I drew it. So just kidding.
Right.
Yeah, like that looks pretty good. That's actually
Not bad.
not bad. Not as bad as I expected.
Right. I was kind of worried, but that's not bad
Yeah.
at all.
I mean, this is actually starting to look like a plane. Like,
Right.
believe it or not.
The sad part is mine's actually much thicker than yours.
I know. That's what I'm scared about.
Because what's that, 3?
Because I mean, you might want to make it.
This is how thick my plane's gonna be. So put that there.
So it's
there.
a little bit thicker, but not much.
Right.
And then where's your prop?
That process was gonna be the big killer. Because that's much more fitting, I think.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna try to taper the front, and I was like, nah, man.
Yeah.
I already gotta make a curve. Much less a
Yeah.
curve with it.
That's the perfect width. Yeah, curve with a taper. Yeah, that's pretty much the perfect width, though. I think because you can put a bigger battery if you need to.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you don't want it to be quite as thin as mine. I can't imagine myself putting in a thicker battery.
Because
I may put in a 3S that's like 20,000 milliamp hour
Okay.
3S or something.
Yeah.
But
Because one of the guys there had like a full 6-foot plane, like the wingspan was
Yeah.
full arm's length,
yeah.
and he had a battery that was like 3 times the size.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I think I will have to buy some bigger batteries, but there should be enough to take off and land.
Yeah.
At least, hopefully.
So I'll probably stay for 15 more minutes. So what can I do in that time?
I can.
I'm just trying to think, like, what's my next step?
I think cutting off the body to wrap around the plane.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes, you're right, because I won't even be gluing the wings on.
Right.
I'll be finishing this,
Yeah.
and then
I'll probably go pick up some rods for us to throw in.
some dowels, yeah. To do the whole rubber band trick.
Yeah, I think that's the best
That's
way
the
to go.
best way to go, yeah. So I guess I need to figure out my width.
I would
Which
figure
is
out how big
better.
the is your boards smaller than the battery?
Pretty
I mean,
sure.
they should be about the same.
Yeah, they're like the same. They're close enough that it doesn't matter. They're not bigger, so. Whereas yours is
Right.
exactly the same. Your ESC is exactly the same, but your plane's wider anyway. So yeah, I mean honestly, it's just.
I'll start with the bottom.
Yeah. Or maybe the hood. Well, the thing with the hood is that I don't know how my motor mount's going to go in yet.
Because your bottom's not going to be removable.
Yeah. So, like, here's my motor. I'm going to go ahead and take off this massive prop.
Maybe, I don't know the fancy word for it, slice the, where the tail's going to bend.
Yeah.
And go and get the tail shaped and
Yeah.
and then you cut your bottom. and
Yeah,
then
I like
start
that.
Around the siding.
Oh, man. What if that's stuck? That'd be a bummer.
Why don't you use something that's not
Less
$1
per
per
hour.
Use a $1 X-Acto knife instead.
33 cents.
It's not my X-Acto knife, that's the difference.
Maybe I can use the tool for prying.
Yeah. Oh, it really did stick.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, because I think I'm going to just start on my body parts.
Like the underside of the plane.
I'm going to slice the turn though. Make sure you slice on different sides. So they both fold. Oh, I guess you don't have to. I guess you just
Oh.
because it's not this plastic. I think you're able just to force yours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like squaring it? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely not probably going to square it. I'm definitely probably not going to square it. Do you think you need to square it?
You have to go from 3 inches to 1 inch from that. Just to make. I'm not even gonna like 4 deep. It's just to break the plastic
Is
off.
yours or it's mine? It's mine. Oh wow, yours is way stiffer. Yeah, you're right. No, I think you're right.
Yeah. So then if you were like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then that,
Yeah.
and then just toss a little glue right there. But that way it doesn't put any pressure on the hot glue.
No, you're got a good idea. I wonder if your paper peels off too. With the foam board.
Jesse, take these to your family.
Okay.
If that's prettier, then I can wrap it, so it's gonna go like that.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Or you can keep them in your car and not say anything to your family and eat them all.
Oh, I don't think yours has the paper like mine does.
Strange.
I have the expensive,
Right.
paper variety. But I like your finish better for sure.
Yeah, that's
Honestly, it's probably worth buying the more expensive stuff for that plastic finish.
that, and I'm only gonna end up using 1 sheet for the full plane. So it's $10 for the bottom.
Wait, you still have this left?
Yeah, right?
Oh, dude, yeah, that's awesome.
And that should be enough, because like 1 length is for it, so I need 3 inches.
This will be plenty for the tail.
plus 3
Yeah.
inches, plus the tail stuff.
Yeah.
So I might even have that left over.
Yeah.
But I also made it really efficient because these 2 pieces like go together like that for cutting.
Yeah. Whereas mine, I had this excess.
Yeah. So I'm gonna remember that
Tail.
next on revision 2.
Yeah.
Efficiency. It's
Yeah.
gonna save a lot of money.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't even think about it until
Cutting it out, yeah.
I was like, hey.
So what are you thinking about for your motor mount? Just because I'm trying to...
So
Are you just going to use a piece of wood like this?
No, you know that cardboard walling stuff that was like in both of our downstairs rooms?
Yeah, like the super thin plywood stuff?
Yeah, like a single sheet of plywood.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna super glue it to foam.
Okay.
So my front will be completely foam, and then behind it will be a piece of that wood.
Okay, so you'll have foam, and then you'll have a piece of wood behind it.
Yeah, and it will screw through the foam into the wood.
Okay.
The other
Cool.
option is I'm gonna.
And then you can just surround it in super glue, basically, to attach
Yeah.
it. Because I'm thinking, if you have that thin plywood, how are you going to prevent it from doing that? But
Yeah, I'm hoping that.
But if you super glue it to reinforce and stuff, yeah.
But yeah, because the motor's gonna be on this circle part
Cool.
here, there's no way to make like a flat piece of wood.
Okay.
So I have to cut a wood with a
Yeah.
rounded edge.
That sounds like a really good way to go, actually. Okay, so I'll probably end up doing the same.
But I just want a 3-inch by 3-inch block of it.
Yeah.
That way it can't rotate in there.
Yeah.
I figured
Okay.
that should be enough surface area.
Yeah, that sounds good. So I'll go ahead and cut out the bottom section.
But yeah, I'm gonna put on my bottom and on the back, and then leave where the wings are open, and then the windshield and the hood off.
Yeah.
So I can put everything in there.
Yeah, good call.
And I might even have it so that there's a thing here, 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 and here,
Like
and I can
just-
rubber band all of it.
Yeah. Oh,
So
so
I
your
can
hood
act-
would be removable.
Yeah. So I can and the windshield. So everything's accessible.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because that's only 4 dowel spots.
That's a really good idea. Well, I guess I gotta get the bottom one.
You gotta at least do the bottom. If
Yeah.
That's where you stop.
Yeah.
It's 2:30.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So basically what I'm making the body considerations are make sure it's wide enough to fit the battery. And that's literally it.
And then
And
the
then taper. Yeah.
That's honestly I think gonna be the harder part.
Yeah, I agree.
Thankfully mine is a 1 inch at the back, 3 inch in the front, so my taper's like not that hard.
Yeah, it's pretty like linear or whatever.
And I know how long it has to be from this corner to that corner.
Yeah.
And set to the camera.
So battery width. Probably a little bit bigger than the battery so I can actually,
Yeah, and then
fit it in.
yeah, so mine's all gonna be glued like that, where it's a smooth side, smooth on all the edges.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna put that into consideration.
Mine is gonna be inside.
And then all mine's 1/4 inch. So I know it's like 1 inch on the inside and needs to be 1.5 inches. Makes it easy.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So these batteries are about 1 5/8 inches wide, so just over 1.5 inches. So if your plane's, is that right? No, like 1 1/4 inches. So your plane's like about twice as wide as mine, essentially.
Go this way. Let's see.
1.5, I guess, is what I'm going for.
I can also do the whole bottom in one go.
Yeah. That's what
And go all the way from the tail all the way up the nose curve.
That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, all the way up the nose curve too. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's straight up to here, and
Yeah.
then it has a 30-degree turn. Up to here.
True.
But then
Yeah, good
this
point.
is all 3 inches, so it
Yeah.
shouldn't be too hard. As long as my plastic is long. Oh, not quite. So that's where it started there.
I would say this actually doesn't need to be quite as long because it's going on the inside, not on the outside.
It's going on the outside.
Oh, it is going on the outside. Never
Yeah.
mind.
I think that's gonna make it look cleaner.
Yeah. So where do you want the separation to be? If you have to have a separation, it may. Oh.
Oh, I got a whole other piece of board.
No, I don't want to do
Right.
that. Because that would be cutting it long ways.
Yeah.
I would say
I would do the separation here.
the one that
because
makes
this
sense
boring
is
part's
either
the worst.
there or there.
Because this.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Because I forget you have to score it. Yeah.
It's gonna be a 3 inch on both sides. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a 3 by 11.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
makes-
it's 3 by 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I can do all of that.
Yeah. Flip it this way.
We're gonna flip this over so I have that nice edge. There we go. Trash bin or something.
If only there was a rubbish bin. It's full.
Well, it wasn't full of trash.
Only the rubbish bin wasn't full of trash.
You know what other there it is. We gotta decide where to stop on both of them. Yeah, that's a pretty good spot. Do it with this one.
Just watching the battery. So where do I want to start my tape?
Are you using that?
Negative.
Use it for a right angle. I almost did it wrong to begin with.
I don't believe that for a second.
I measured 3 inches and not 3.5. Shouldn't fair. Alright, so if you have 3.5 inches, plus the leftover. Otherwise, one side of the plane would be straight and the other side would taper in the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
3.5. So I'm losing 2 inches total. So I need to go in an inch on each side.
Nice math.
Thank you. I did it myself.
It has pockets.
So all week, every single person that's seen me says, "Whoa, you got your haircut. It looks nice." And every person I go, "Thanks, it has pockets." And none of them have gotten it so far. Not a single person.
So, actually, I saw you say that to like Jamie or Rachel or something when they commented on your hair.
Right?
Yeah.
on a Facebook post.
Yeah, I don't actually know where that comes from, but I think it has to do with like
Girls'
dresses or something.
Yeah, it does. I think it's the most hysterical thing, and
Yeah.
no one else understands it. Why have you never talked to a female? I'm a computer guy. I should be the one that doesn't understand this.
I wonder if this would be easier with non-dollar store blades.
Kind of like how a hand rotary tool that's $5 kit is terrible, but then you buy a $30
Yeah.
Dremel, and you're like, whew, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Oh, look at that. That just seems really big.
Alright, well, let's see how that works. My money's on good enough, but not great. Well, I guess yellow and blue one. Aw, I took my extension cord and used it for that camera.
Mary, every time you plug something in, you gotta go, hey guys, watch this.
We only have 10 lights open on our breaker.
I just switch them all to LEDs. They're not the yellow incandescents.
Oh, nice.
It makes my skin look normal. Look at that! Look at me with normal skin!
He's not orange, guys.
The worst part is it makes you look super white.
Oh, you know. Anyone who watches the stream knows that's normal.
Looking at you, TJ.
Maybe Anthony.
Right?
Wow, this is gonna be crazy.
One small cut for a plane, one giant cut for plane kind.
Ooh. Okay, so that's your taper. Wow, yeah, your taper is much more gradual than mine, actually.
Because I mean, it only goes from 3 to 1.
Yeah.
3.5 to 1.5. I feel kind of weird that I measured the insides of my plane. I was like, I want a 3-inch inside. So I'm curious on how big of a battery I can go.
Because I was thinking taper down to actually include the sides, yeah, like infinitely.
So one thing I saw that people were doing was they're putting their servos inset into the plane
Yeah.
and then having the little arms stick out.
Yeah.
And I was going to try to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need at least an inch if I have to fit 2
Yeah.
servos. So I'm going to put a servo on each side. And have one do the rudder
Yeah.
and one do the elevator.
Yeah.
Because I think it looks a little ridiculous with the servos on the outside.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, there's an aesthetic to it, but
Not a good one necessarily. I think that's achievable for me, actually.
I think it is.
It'll just have to have longer rods to connect up to the servos further forward in the body, which could be doable, if maybe not quite optimal.
Oh, that did not cut nice.
I don't think that getting the electronics in there is going to be that bad. I think
I don't think
aligning
it
the
is.
servos and stuff might be a little pain, but
Yes.
yeah.
That and I plan on just like soldering my servo wires. I don't know what the servo connectors were. But for them being $1 piece, I wasn't like, I'm gonna take it out and put it in the next plane.
Yeah.
If I just throw away the plane, I will. But like all the brains, if we build a second one, I'll just make the brains transplantable.
Yeah.
I think I was just buying Velcros. So all of it's Velcroed together, just like pop in, pop out.
Oh, that went together a little easier than I expected.
I think I'll glue the butt of my plane on, and then the butt, call it.
Yeah.
245.
Wow, this is crazy. It's actually gonna happen. We've been talking about this for so long too. Well, specifically about getting the setup and everything.
Right?
Like not a controller, but like the monitor setup and everything. But that still isn't really much closer. But
So
I don't think that's going to be too
I've been doing a little bit of offhand research on it.
yeah,
I honestly don't think it's gonna be hard at all. I think it's gonna be as hard as with these planes. I think it's super daunting, and then we're gonna be like,
yeah.
wow, I purchased the parts today.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we did the Discord call, I was showing the parts I picked.
Yeah.
I was not planning on you saying, yeah, I think we're just gonna buy them. I was
Oh.
like, I thought we were gonna wait like 2 weeks or something, and then you're like,
Oh.
let's buy them. I was like, sweet. we're
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's how the tech show started too.
Yeah.
But before that, we didn't talk all that often.
No, dude. I was just talking to someone else. Well, actually. Oh, dude. What? Dude, this is perfect. Oh my goodness.
It's working.
It's gonna be perfect. Oh, baby, my lines are terrible. My cuts are terrible, but other than that, it looks nice. Yeah, I was talking to my other guy who does the podcast. I was like, you know,
Right?
he was talking about his kayak podcast. I was like, yeah, I mean, we kind of have a tech podcast. Not a lot of viewers, but like kind of lifelong friends and just never talked to each other for 3 or 4 years.
Right.
Seriously, 3 or 4 years. And then
It was the 4th of July. No, New Year's Eve. Or
it was
something.
New Year's Eve, and I flew the quad, and you were interested in the quad.
Yeah, and took it outside. I was like, holy
Yeah.
cow.
Yeah, and then from the quad, it went to, oh, we could start a stream. And we did. And the rest is history. That's scrap too, so feel free to abuse it. Wow, this is crazy. It's just gonna fit perfectly. I can actually go ahead and do this. Wow, this is well screwed.
Oh, I got a window.
My plane will not have any windows.
Oh, I gotta score this too to test it.
Looks horrible. But will it fly?
What did I do wrong.com? Oh, I scored it the wrong line. Whoopsie.
You probably just turn it over and go score it there. Wow, this is crazy.
That's actually not a bad idea.
And then the battery's just gonna go like that, center of gravity. Speaking of which, where's my center of gravity? Woo, way far forward. The battery is such a significant amount of the weight of the plane. It's kind of unsettling. Dang. Sorry, thank you. Come back. I'm not gonna have any room for the guts in my plane. Getting more and more plane-like every day.
Alright, I need your
Every 2 days, that is. With glue ink,
Yeah, so it needs to be like.
lined up here, right? Yeah.
Yes, that line matches that line. So I also went ahead and did my window, and this will go right here where this turn is. I'll right angle everything.
Okay. So do you want to glue this on first?
Yeah, actually, we need to get right there. So yeah, we can put that in first in the center. Kind of like that. I'll just keep playing from like.
Yeah.
Alright, and then these bins are, so this one goes on this side. Because this score's on the outside.
Okay. Gotcha. So I guess we'll do one at a time. Oh, and this goes on top. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it sits on top.
So the glue can go either here or there, which makes it easier.
Probably on this, I think. Put on here and then just.
Yeah.
And then we could do it 2 parts of this, which is right there.
True.
So you put on like this part first. And
Yeah.
or we could just set it, like this and just put glue on the inside.
Oh, actually, you don't do that.
Yeah, right. That's lined up here.
It's kind of inside there. How does it?
I would line up on the outside.
Yeah.
There we go.
So it's like lined up there. So I can just run it here, right?
Yeah. And theoretically, just like that wall.
Yeah. Cool. And then
Do we want to do the other side or do we want to do the bend?
Might as well do the
Wow, whatever.
bend. Or do we want to let that cool first?
Might let it cool. That way it's not fall. Probably cool.
Yeah, it's probably good. So then we bend this way and, well, okay, I'm lined up here.
Sweet. Oh, it came off.
Oof. So
Woo!
now. For the one.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to run somebody else under. No, wait, there it goes through. Nice.
I think it definitely went through now because of.
Yeah,
so it might be
sure.
better to beat it, push it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna hold this here.
Oh, you mean like beat it and then push this down?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, because this will go outside. Okay, so let me go ahead and run it like that. I'm just run it from inside here because.
Okay.
So now we can.
Oh yeah.
And then pieces screw.
Not part of the wing. I don't care how the inside look.
Trying to push it underneath, but
Ah.
and then we can run some more just because.
This is where the wing ends, so the dowel would go right here.
Air cooling is a myth.
Right?
Wow. Okay.
Try this out easy.
So should I go ahead and run a line there?
Yeah, I think so.
Especially since it's gonna get kind of
Cluttered in there. Are you ready? Is that in a good position? Yeah.
ish. Good enough.
Good enough. And then you go all the way. Oop, sorry, to like there. Alright, tails lined up.
Alright, this
foam's just a little off on this inside.
You want to run all again? Yeah, that's. Nice. Wow, this looks way better.
I was gonna have 6 sides instead of 4.
No.
I'm so glad I did it.
That suck.
Cool. And then the last is
I guess we can push it in a little bit and then.
True. Yeah.
Didn't think about that part.
or just
I'll hold this here. Yeah, a spare piece. I'll wipe it as you go. I guess. Not yet.
this is lined up.
Wow.
Wow, it's cut much nicer than mine did.
I really like this one board. I got really weird feeling when you're like, yeah, this is only $1. I was like, I just wasted so much money.
Yeah.
Whole $4.
Nice.
Sweet.
Wow. Alright, so probably need to head out.
Right. I don't know how much.
Looks good, yeah. I would say the next stuff we have to do is finish gluing the wings. You need to do your tail. I need to do my horizontal stabilizer.
So
thing.
I might finish my wings tomorrow morning before
Yeah.
we come in.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. What time do you want to start? Like 11ish? Or whatever
Yeah,
works.
I wake up at 8.
Okay.
You can turn off the stream in this part.
Yeah.
Alright guys, you don't need to know everything about my personal life. Toodaloos!
Bye.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah.